Hola viajeros, and welcome back to Immersive Spanish. It was really great catching up con mi amigo Jorge yesterday and tap dancing in the streets of Seville. It's 9 a.m. and I'm famished. I feel like having some kind of typical Sevillan breakfast today. I've seen other people eating this kind of ham on toast thing. It looks delicious. Ah, this looks like a nice cafe. It's outside, so I can sit in the shade and stay cool. I'm going to ask the waiter, el camarero, if they have what I'm after.
Caballero, muy buen día. Una pregunta para ustedes.
A ver si no es muy difícil, ¿eh?
Sí, te van a entrevistar.
Aquí sirven el desayuno. ¿Sí? ¿Pero cómo se llama? Es un plato típico de aquí con una tostada.
¿Aceite, tomate y jamón?
¿Sí? ¿Lo vendes? Ah, bueno. Con permiso. Gracias.
Venga, un café.
Un café también, por favor.
leche.
Sí, señor. Gracias.
So, it turns out the dish is called aceite, tomate y jamón. Well, at least that's what the waiter, el camarero, has told me. I ordered that with a café con leche, a coffee with milk. That audio interaction you just heard was a real interaction inside a cafe in Sevilla with real locals. It's an excerpt from the Immersive Spanish set menu course. To hear a full breakdown and take your Spanish understanding to the next level, head to immersivespanish.net to enroll. Ah, here it is. Gracias, señor. Wow, it's kind of like pan con tomate, which is bread with tomato, but also with jamón serrano. That's serrano ham added on top. I'm going to dig in. Yeah, that was delicious. But they still haven't brought out my café con leche. I'm going to ask. Señor, perdone, pero creo que ha olvidado mi café con leche. No, está bien. Muchísimas gracias. Le espero. He did forget, but he's going to bring it now. Let me break down that interaction. Perdone means excuse me. Perdone. Creo que means I think that. Creo que. Ha olvidado means you have forgotten. Ha olvidado. Mi café con leche. My coffee with milk. So altogether, that's Señor, perdone, pero creo que ha olvidado mi café con leche. Señor, perdone, pero creo que ha olvidado mi café con leche. Ah, here it comes. Señor, está bien. ¿Dónde le duele? ¿La mano o la pierna? ¿Está bien? ¿Seguro? Ok. Gracias. Crikey. El camarero, the waiter, just dropped my café con leche on his hand and his leg. La mano is the hand. Y la pierna is the leg. Thank goodness it wasn't a black coffee. That could have really done some damage. Luckily he was alright. He's going to bring me another one. La mano is the hand and la pierna is the leg. Actually, speaking of which, parts of the body are a good topic to have covered so that you can use in situations like that. which unfortunately I find myself in more often than not. Let me take you over some of the most common body parts and features whilst I wait for my coffee. Empezando desde arriba, starting from the top, we have la cabeza, the head. La cabeza. To remember la cabeza, think of wearing a cap on your head. Cabeza. Cabeza. Something like that. Next, we have el pelo, the hair. El pelo. To remember el pelo, imagine a pillow, but with a Spanish accent, filled with hair. Pilo. El pilo. El pelo. It's a bit out there, but that's how you remember it. Next, we have el ojo, or los ojos, the eyes. To remember el ojo, or los ojos, think about how an eye resembles the letter O. Ojo. El ojo, or los ojos. Next, we have la oreja, the ear. La oreja. Say it with me. La oreja. Perfecto. Moving on, just beneath the eyes, and we have la nariz, the nose. La nariz. La nariz is spelt with a Z at the end. So think about how we catch Z's or snore through our nose. La nariz. Also, think about how la nariz represents the most narrow part of our face. La nariz. Next, we have the mouth. La boca. La boca. Boca is spelt with a B at the beginning. But remember, in Spanish, the B is very soft. It's not la boca, it's la boca. La boca. Next, we have the hand. Do you remember how to say this one? La mano. La mano. Moving on, we have the arm. El brazo. El brazo. Think about putting a bracelet on your brazo. Bracelets for brazos. El brazo. Or los brazos. Do you remember the word for leg? It's la pierna. La pierna. So, how do you think we say the legs? Las piernas. Las piernas. Muy bien. Next, we have the foot. El pie. El pie. This is spelt the same as pie in English. Now, I want you to imagine a nice circular pretty pie. Imagine stepping on it barefooted. El pie. El pie. I'm crazy, I know. But at least now, you'll always remember stepping on a pie with your pie. Moving on, we have la espalda, the back. La espalda. Una vez más. One more time. La espalda. Next, we have the stomach. El estómago. El estómago. El estómago. Right, we're almost there now. To say the neck in Spanish is el cuello. El cuello. El cuello. Next, we have el hombro, which means the shoulder. El hombro. Do you know how I remember el hombro? Well, how do you say the man in Spanish? El hombre. Think about how el hombre, the man, has broad shoulders. El hombre, el hombro. Los hombres have big hombros. To say the knee in Spanish is la rodilla. La rodilla. How do you say it? La rodilla. Last, but certainly not least, we have el dedo, the finger. El dedo. El dedo. To remember this, I think of dedos as digits. Digits of which we have 5 on each hand. Los dedos. Well, that's enough of the human body to get you started off for now. And look, finally, here's my coffee. About time. I meant to say, gracias, señor. Gracias por el café. Señor, ¿me trae la cuenta, por favor? Gracias. Right. Whilst I drink my coffee, I'm going to test you on everything we've just covered. How would you say the head in Spanish? Remember to think of that cap. La cabeza. La cabeza. How would you say the hair in Spanish? Remember to think of that pillow. Or should I say pilo? The hair in Spanish is el pelo. El pelo. How would you say the eye in Spanish? El ojo. El ojo. How would you say the ear in Spanish? La oreja. La oreja. How about the nose? La nariz. La nariz. How would you say the mouth in Spanish? Remember to go soft on that B. La boca. La boca. How about the hand? How would you say the hand? La mano. La mano. Give me your hand. Dame la mano. How about the arm? Remember to think of that bracelet. El brazo. El brazo. How would you say the leg in Spanish? La pierna. La pierna. How would you say the foot in Spanish? Remember, that thing you step on? El pie. El pie. How would you say the back? La espalda. La espalda. Moving on, we have the stomach. How would you say this? El estómago. El estómago. And how about the neck? El cuello. El cuello. How would you say the shoulder in Spanish? Remember, it's very similar to the word man in Spanish. El hombro. El hombro. How would you say the knee in Spanish? La rodilla. La rodilla. La rodilla. Perfecto. Finally, finalmente. How would you say the finger in Spanish? Think of digit. El dedo. El dedo. Y ya, that's it. How did you do? Remember to repeat Immersive Spanish episodes until you can answer all the test questions comfortably. Ah, bien. Gracias, señor. ¿Cuánto cuesta toda esa comida? 6 euros. Perfecto. Gracias. Bueno, muy bien. Que le vaya bien. Gracias. Ciao. Well, guys, that was eventful. Now it's time for me to seize the day. Join me next time as I continue my journey through Seville. Adios.